Good morning, dear students. Today I am going to teach you the lesson His First Flight by Liam Flaherty. Recall the day when you were asked to give a speech in front of a large audience, or at least try to recall that day when you first attempted to ride your bicycle or the scooter of your dad. On these occasions, something called fear might have held you back from moving ahead with your task. But somehow you might have overcome that fear or conquered that fear. This lesson, his first flight, is all about how to overcome one's fears. In this lesson, there is a young seagull. It tries its best to overcome its fears. Before I narrate the story of this lesson, I would like to tell you what kind of birds these seagulls are. Seagulls live near the sea. They have short legs, long wings. They can even drink salt water. They feed on fish and some insects available at the beach. Well, come on, let us switch over to the story of his first flight. A young seagull lived on a ledge by the sea. He lived with his parents, two brothers, and sister. The young seagull and his siblings attained the age of flying one fine day. Therefore, all the siblings of this young seagull ran to the brink of the ledge. They flapped their wings and flew away. Now it was the turn of the young seagull. Young seagull also tried to fly away from that ledge, but he couldn't do so because he was very much scared. He was afraid of the great expansion of the sea beneath him. He was sure that his wings would never support him to fly over the sea. Therefore, he wasn't able to fly and he was left all alone on the ledge. His parents began to upbraid him, scold him, and warn him that they would leave him starve on the ledge if he did not fly. But still, this young seagull would not budge. 24 hours had passed. The day before, he had seen his parents flying about with his brothers and sister, perfecting them in the art of flying, teaching them how to skim the waves, teaching them how to dive, how to catch fish. In fact, he had seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour it, eat it. The entire family had moved on to settle down on a nearby plateau which was right opposite to his ledge. The family was having a very good time, but the young seagull was left all alone on the ledge. Now the sun was rising in the sky. The young seagull came out of his hole. He started to feel the heat of the sun because he had not eaten any food for almost 2 days. He started to act like he was sleeping on his one leg because he wanted to gain the attention of his family members who were there on the opposite plateau. But all his family members were very busy. Nobody took any notice of him. His brothers, sister were dozing off. His father was very busy in preening his feathers. His mother was standing on a high mound. She was tearing away fish which was there under her feet. Now and then she was scraping her beak as well. The sight of the food, that is, the sight of the fish, maddened this young seagull because he also would love to tear the fish that way, the way his mother was doing now. He cried to his mother, begged his mother to bring some food to him, but his mother made fun of him, mocked him. He got disappointed. But after some time, he became happy to see his mother come over to him with a piece of fish in her beak. But her mother, instead of landing on the ledge, she stood motionless in the air, right opposite to him, but within the reach of his beak. He wondered why his mother was not coming nearer to him, but maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish and started to fall downwards towards the sea. Then monstrous terror seized him. His heart stopped beating. He couldn't hear anything. This condition lasted for only a minute. The next moment, his wings began to outspread. The wind started to rush under his body. Gradually, he was soaring upper and higher into the sky. He was flying now. He couldn't believe that he was flying. All his family members came around him. They started to fly around him. They started to curve, to bank, and to soar and to dive around him. Then he realized that he was flying right above the vast green sea. He was no longer afraid. He was no longer falling. Finally, he achieved the task. He accomplished the task of flying. By then, all his family members had settled down on some green patch of the sea. They gave a call to him. While landing onto the patch, he dropped his legs and he felt that his legs were sinking in the water, and he gave a loud scream. He wanted to take another flight, but he couldn't do so because he was already tired, exhausted. He let it go. Then his belly touched the water. He sank no farther. Then all the family members started to feed him with small pieces of fish. This was how the young seagull conquered his fear, my dear students. In life, if you face such difficulty or such situation, you should not get disheartened. You should also try like this young seagull in order to conquer your fears and accomplish your task. Thank you very much, my dear students.